So you spent week building the perfect AI agent and AI agent use case. It handles all the requests you want. Okay, like in the last video, we have solved the coffee crisis. It write emails. It's genius. Okay, it works perfectly in your development instance. Then you move the update set to production, and your agent has totally messed. Okay, it doesn't know its tool. It can't find the skills, and your boss is asking why the future AI is currently broken. Today we are fixing that. We are talking about deployment. What actually gets captured in the update set when you build an AI agent or AI agent use case, what get left behind, and do you ensure a smooth migration. Actually, when I started working on the agentic front, this was the biggest issue for me. Okay, because whenever I used to, I wanted to capture certain agents or agentic use case into updates. I'm not pretty sure what all things I should capture. Okay, so in today's video, we will see how what all things we need to capture and how we can capture all the things out. Okay, so welcome back. In our last video, we have built the Caffeine Crisis Coordinator. Okay, now we need to move it to from dev to test. The good news, ServiceNow AI agents are built on the Now platform, which means they rely on metadata. Most of what you build is automatically get captured in an update set, but we will consider a scenario where nothing got captured in an update set. Okay, the pretty messed up scenario. Okay, and we'll create a new update set and we'll try to capture everything in that particular update set, but not everything. Okay, there are specific artifact you need to watch out. Okay, we are going to use an the example from the last tutorial only, the Caffeine Crisis Coordinator, and we'll try to capture the entire use case in an update set. If you have not seen the previous video, please go and watch that particular video. It will give you more insights. So let's get started. So as you can see on my screen, this is my personal development instance, uh, which is which I'm getting from the Now Learning. And now, if you have not created update sets, okay, generally what I used to do is like I completely rely on this particular utility, add to update set utility. So basically it gives you a related link kind of thing, using which you can capture that particular entity, that particular element of metadata in your update set. Okay, so if you have not installed it out and if you are not using the update set from start, it's worth trying this particular utility. So I've already installed it out in the instance, and what we'll do, we will just create a local update set. Now local update set, and I've already created one update set when I was doing the demo. Okay, so we'll create a new one, and I'll give Caffeine Crisis Coordinator Agentic use case 2 works, right? And I'll make it a current update set. Perfect. So we have marked the current update set, and I hope everyone has SN utils in their instance. According to me, if you are not having SN util, probably I will not call you a developer also, because I'm using it extensively. So I will use some shortcuts in order to navigate to certain tables, and we'll capture in that particular table itself. Okay. So I will just refresh the list. Okay. And now we have this particular update set which is in progress. Okay, now let's get started. The first and foremost thing is we have to capture the use case. So I will try to explain you the motto beyond, but what exactly the table is doing also, and at the same time we'll start capturing the data also from the table. So the first table I always go with is as an AI use case. Okay, so these are the agentic workflows you see when you navigate to AI Agent Studio. Okay, from create and manage. Okay, they're the top level wrapper for the business use case that group agent tools trigger together. Okay, so over here we can see this Caffeine uh, Crisis Coordinator. You have to just open it out, and once you open this out, using that particular entity, we have this particular button, link add to update set. I will just click on add to update set, and it got captured and update set. The next step is like, now we have captured the use case. Now we have to capture the agent, in which particular table the agent resides. So we have to go to sn underscore AIA underscore agent. Okay, you go to this particular table, and now you will be able to see both the agents which we were using. So this is the first agent, this is the second agent. So I will just navigate through the tab, and I will just capture this out, add to update set. I'll just, I think this will be the better way, so that I can navigate through it. And the second is this particular agent, add to update set. I can do for both the agents. Okay, now this is done. I will close this out. The third thing is AI agent configuration table. Okay, so AI agent config, we can call config table. Okay, so these are activation config record that tie an agent definition into the platform. They mark whether the agent is active and link that agent's SysID. Okay, without this, agent exists but aren't active, right? So here we can see these two things. Okay, so here I will just do this add to. Oh, sorry, my bad. I've clicked the wrong link. Okay, this is done. I'll do the same for the other thing. So I'm explaining you oh, the necessity of that tool, also the working of that table, at the same time what needs to be captured. Okay, so I will close this tabs. Okay, now the next table is, you have to go into this same sequence. Okay, if you don't want to mess the things out, go in the same sequence. Now the next thing is SNAI tool table. So this includes the callable agents, okay, that agents can use. Okay, so whatever tools we have created for both the agents, we will get those tools over here. So if you see over here, we have created resolve copy incident, get incident detail, we have created update incident, and get incident description also. These were the 4 tools we have created. If you have not seen the previous tutorial, just go and watch that out. You will get more insights on this particular front. So now we will capture this tools, okay, into the update set. So we are going from top bottom hierarchy kind of things. Okay, we are we have captured the use case, then agents, now tools we are capturing. It will take some time to load. It's loading. Let's wait for it to load. Can't I do it from here? No, right? If I do from here, add to update sets, right? We have option, right? So I can select both 4 of them from here. This 4, and I can do add to update set. Clear? So okay, update set. And what was that configurations? To just go back, it was tools, right? Okay, let's check tools got captured or not. 4 tools got captured. Perfect. So we can go from the list view also. Okay, tools. Now we have captured the tools. Now the next thing what we have to capture is from the table with the name sn underscore AI underscore agent underscore tool underscore m2m. So what this table is doing, one thing got clear, that it's m2m table. Okay, so basically this particular table holds the relationship um, between the tools and the agents. Okay, so we have to take this out. So for example, we have this 2 agents, so we'll capture everything for that particular for those two agents. Okay, this is just a relationship. So I will just go add to update set, and it got captured. Okay, it should be 9 plus 10 plus 4, 14. Perfect. 5 got captured. Now the next thing is AI trigger configuration. Okay, the table name is what? So the table name is sn underscore AI underscore trigger underscore configuration. Okay, so basically this particular table determines where and when the use case is invoked. Okay, so over here we have this coffee incident one, because we have only one trigger right on the incident run. So it's just hold the trigger. So I will just add to update set. This is done. Now the next thing is trigger M2M. Next table. Okay. So what this trigger M2M does? So it's basically associates trigger configuration to specific agentic workflow. Clear? So we have this particular workflow. So if I will show you that also. Okay. So if I open this record, let me open this particular record out. So this is how the record looks like. Okay. And it's on the incident table and trigger M2M. So the next step will be trigger M2M to get captured. Okay. So I will just capture this thing out, add to update set. So this is also done. Now the next table is team table. It's like sn underscore AIA underscore team. So it's like a group for orchestrating a set of agents that collaborate on the agentic workflow. Okay, so if I open this particular record out, so you can see the team members, the use case is this, and it's just the relationship between the agents and the use case. Clear? Um, this is done. The next thing is AI team, team members. Okay, now we have captured team. The next step is team member. So the table name is sn underscore AIA underscore team underscore member. Okay. So now we have done it with the use case and the uh, agents in the team. Now it will be like a separate record. Okay. So it will be an individual agent linked to the team. See, so many things are getting created at the back end. Okay. When we are doing the agent use case, it's too much, guys. Right. So now we have to capture this thing out. This two records. So I will just capture this for both the agent, for de-escalator and brew agent, and I will just add to the update set. Let me show you the record also properly. Uh, if I go a step back, so sorry I opened it from there. It opened the team, but this is how it looks. This particular record. Okay, now it's a one-to-one relationship. Okay, between the agent and the team. Perfect. The next thing is what? The next thing is AI agent skill metadata. So what this table does? So it's a metadata referring a document table and a document ID. So if we have these three things, okay, I will just open one. And you can see it's a document ID. It's pointing to use case table and the document ID, the SysID of it, right? It gets stored into this. So it's just a metadata. Now I captured all these three also and then add to update set. The next table is, you must be thinking so many tables, right? Yeah, we have to capture it out. then only your things will be sorted. Okay, next thing is generative AI skill. So what this table does, so this table defines a generative AI skill now assist, okay, that can be surfaced in the UI. Okay, at one per agentic workflow. So for us, wherever we have enabled the agentic AI, or sorry, now assist, it will be enabled for that. So we have to capture this three out. You don't have to think through means what exactly is happening in between inside that and all the things. You just go capture all these things out because there are too many things to get captured. The next thing is generative AI skill config. It's really difficult to remember all the names. Okay, you just document it out whenever you are working. Um, so skill config, what it does. Okay, so it's related to the generative AI skill record only. Okay, the config piece contains parameters such as display and active. Okay, for so it's just an extension for the previous table itself. We can say it's configuration for that particular record. So I will just add to the update set. This is also done. Now the next table is what? Next table is generative AI skill applicability. So another record related to the generative AI skill record. It's okay. This one contains condition that determine when the skill is offered and the roles. Okay. For example, how the analysis panel can get accessed. So again, there's three record tick tick tick. There's three, and we'll go and add to an update. So this is also done. Next, this will be interesting. Okay. Next is the flow. What flow? You must be thinking flow action which we have created. No, for every AI thing, okay, you create, okay, it creates flow at the back end. Okay, so if I want to show you, so for the use case, we didn't create any flow, okay, but at the back end, it created a flow, okay, and we'll just have a look into that particular flow. So you can see the trigger is defined whenever incident is created, whatever trigger we have defined on the use case, right? It get captured over here, and what happens? AI tries trigger use case, okay, and this trigger condition get called. Perfect. So now we have to capture this. How we can capture it out? You just simply deactivate and then activate again. Perfect. So you have captured the flow now. The second last thing I can say, or if we are in the workflow studio only, you remember we have created an action out there for the previous um, use case. Okay, get incident description. So we have to capture this also. So let's capture this. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, let's capture this. I will just do the changes. Publish, publish, and again I will add the n and save, publish, publish. This got captured. Now the last thing, which is the client scripts. Okay. Now you must be thinking where we have created client scripts. Okay. So basically, it's a client side UI logic. Okay. Uh, so this records, like many others, are created automatically, and developers are likely to not need to make changes to this record, just capture blindly over this particular record. Okay, so you can see this particular show AI notification one. Just take this up and add to update set. Done. So this are all the elements. How many tables we have captured information from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 tables you have to capture the information. So most of the time what you do, you are just create an update set whenever you are starting in the development. But after that also you have to verify this out, okay? Because uh, it happened with me a lot of time that I've created an update set, I've captured all the things, okay, properly, but then also I was missing some component out, and then I have to validate it through this particular list. Sometimes what happens, you are not capturing these things in a proper scope, it will also mess up your things. Okay. So what does not get captured? Okay. So the transactional and runtime data doesn't get captured into the update set. Also the external is dependencies, okay, that will not change in the scope, okay, will not get captured. Now you must be thinking what should be the migration process, okay, because we are doing so much of mess just to capture it out in the update set, right? So what should be the migration process? So first you should have pre-check, okay, confirm you have all the plugins available, okay, and installed with the same version on the targeted instance, okay. Then we have already captured all the elements into the update set. Import the update set, run preview, and resolve collisions of missing dependencies. First, you have to capture everything out, and then you can ensure. Post import validation is like ensure you have intended agents are active, verify all the agentic workflows, trigger configuration are present and pointing to the intended table. Spot check agent to tool relationship to confirm that all the tools and all the agents are linked together. Okay. Just test it out, test if you can test individual agents, you should do that out, and then at the end just try to execute end-to-end use case. What are the best practices, right? Okay, in terms of migration or in terms of capturing, okay, first try to have this entire setup into same application and in the same updates so that it will resolve some of the conflict. Okay, keep the use case cohesive, okay, uh, and everything should align to one functional package. Review the updates at once, okay, before moving it out, okay, and there will be some remove incidental records, okay, that are not part of the release. After import, okay, validate again. I will just repeat: agent activation, tool availability, and M2M links, trigger applicability on target tables. You have behaviors such as client script and flow execution path. So if you complete uh, this particular path, you are good to go, okay, with the migration. So b- so this is all, okay. Moving an AI agents isn't magic, okay, it's just a discipline, okay. Treat them like any other ServiceNow customization, but pay extra attention to the data they need to learn from, okay. I will what I will do, I will provide you a checklist, okay, for all this agent. I will create an article on the community and share it, try to put it on the link, put that particular link in the video itself, okay. If this saved your next deployment, hit that like button, subscribe for more ServiceNow mystery. I'm Amit Gujarati and I will see you in the next comment. So this was the sixth video for our series. Thank you all and have a nice day ahead.